For our project, we chose to evaluate Roll With It Creamery on Center Street. During our observations and interviews, we noticed the main problem was that there was a long line. It was unorganized and confusing, so we explored that more in our interviews. For my interviews, I met with parents. I came up with the POV statement that parents need incentive and buy-in from their children in order to come to Roll With It. The satisfaction of their child outweighed the long wait time. Therefore, my moment that mattered was when the child received the ice cream and was satisfied. So for my prototype, I decided to introduce Monday Night Family Night, where families could receive half off, and each night was themed. So maybe a Meet Cosmo night or a Star Wars night. I believe that this would incentivize parents based on the price and attract kids based on the theme.
For my interviews with parents and children, I was able to come up with a POV statement that says, Roll With It Creamery needs to focus on the experience of the children so that families continue to return to their establishment. Through my interviews, I discovered that the moment that matters for the children was when the employees are rolling the ice cream and writing their name out with the toppings. That was very exciting for them. So my prototype is centered on the children and making the counters at Roll With It Creamery, or at least having one counter shorter, so that the children can see over and actually watch the employees as they're rolling out the ice cream. And then just training the employees to always write the child's name, or if the name is too long or kind of crazy to spell, that they can initial it so that that moment that matters is really highlighted for the children.
Alright, so my end user was the elderly, and from my interviews with them, I came up with a point of view statement that said, elderly customers of Roll With It Creamery need to feel more comfortable with the atmosphere and understand the process better, so they'll be more likely to patronize the establishment. The reason that most of the elderly patrons came is with their family, and so it's good that they went because otherwise they would have had a little bit of a hard time there. So my moment that matters was that elderly people don't feel like Roll With It is a place for them, and that they likely wouldn't come back unless it was with their family. So my prototype to overcome that was implementing senior events. These events would have games like bingo and canasta, so they're games that elderly people like, and then grandparent and grandchild dates where they get like a promotion for coming with each other, just to touch into that family atmosphere. These events would be sponsored by various assisted living facilities that are in the area. There's quite a few, so they could alternate every week. And these would be on Tuesday afternoons because this is a time that's less busy for Roll With It. And because it's less busy, the elderly patrons won't be as overwhelmed. And so this was my prototype for overcoming that.
From my interviews with high schoolers, I came up with the POV statement, Roll With It customers need a better waiting experience in order to enhance the satisfaction of their visit. My moment that matters is when customers see the end of the line. My prototype changes the atmosphere of the ice cream shop to be more like a hibachi restaurant, similar to Benihana. Customers would come in and be seated at a table and play games while they wait to have an ice cream maker come with a cart to make the ice cream at their table. The ice cream maker would interact with the customers and do tricks like a hibachi chef.
So I interviewed millennials and came up with the following POV statement, that I believe that creating better quality ice cream and a theme will solve their problems of getting repeat customers and really wowing and creating the best ice cream date experience. To address these issues, I developed a plan for Roll With It Creamery to have a theme based on the prominent holiday or season of the month. For example, in December, they'll have Christmas decorations all throughout the shop, as well as Christmas flavors like peppermint and eggnog. The new flavors will encourage people to come back and try them again. And the moment that mattered really for these millennials was the moment they walked in. They want the atmosphere to feel great and warming and welcoming, so the decor will really create that atmosphere where they know they'll have a good date at Roll With It Creamery. In conclusion, with our prototypes, we came up with them, we created a survey. We found that the wait time for the line and the organization were the two most important issues that were addressed poorly by Roll With It Creamery. Despite these negative cues, Roll With It still has a decent Net Promoter Score of 8.7%. We know that this experience can be improved by implementing our prototypes.